Has anyone ever told you that dating and real estate have quite a bit in common? Well, we're going to discuss that in today's weekly video. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Evans, owner and lead agent of the Living 48 real estate team. Super glad to have you back to another one of our video blogs. Today, we are going to discuss first impressions, how looks matter. All the things that are important in dating. Well, guess what? They are also important in selling a home. So, we're going to be actually discussing the impact of curb appeal on home sales. So, of course, you guys have heard the saying that you never get a second chance at a first impression. And yep, that holds true here in real estate. You are really, really, really going to want to take a few minutes to have a critical look at the property that you're looking at putting on the market and really finding out where maybe you can up your game just a little bit. There is a lot to be said for a well-maintained, aesthetically pleasing exterior that the potential buyer is so excited to walk through that front door and see what else is in store for them at this property. So we're going to talk about um, three main elements of curb appeal, and then I'm going to give you a couple of little extra tips and examples on the backside. Okay, so first key element in sprucing up your curb appeal is going to be looking at your landscaping. All right, so important. A well manicured lawn, no weeds. We've had a lot of rain here in Arizona lately, so no weeds. Trimmed bushes, flowers. I know sometimes that's hard depending on the season, but it's something that's going to give it some color, some life, some vibrancy is going to make a huge, huge impact on the curb appeal of your property. All right. The next key element is going to be exterior maintenance on your property. So we're not just talking landscaping. Now we're talking the actual building, the actual house itself. We're looking for things like peeling paint. Have you ever walked up to a property, the front door, it's covered typically, you'll look up and the overhang right above you, all the paint's peeling and coming down, and there's lots of cobwebs and it looks like it's never been cleaned up under there ever. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Peeling paint, cracked sidewalks, sagging fence. I don't even know what to call them, but spider web carnage, all of those kind of things. Leaves that have never been swept away from the front entrance, all those kind of things. That's what we want to be talking about. Take a look at your front door. Does it need to be repainted? I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can do just to the exterior of the house that are going to make a huge difference as well. Is the painting peeling? Is it cracked? Is it faded? All those kind of things. Okay, so now let's talk about the third key element, and that honestly, it's kind of the overarching one, and it's the overall presentation of the property. That's going to involve the coordination of lots of different things. Okay, so the architectural style, the color palette, the cleanliness. So consider some of these when you're looking at, is it a cohesive color scheme? All right. Is it one that complements the architecture of the house? So if you've got a Spanish style house, does the color scheme match that? If you've got more of a cottage style house, does the color scheme match that? Kind of keep that in mind. Now, we talked about like spider web carnage. And so here's something that you can do about that. You can have the exterior cleaned. Consider power washing that, like the driveway, the front walkway, the siding, all those kind of things. Consider that. Consider adding a few decorative elements, especially around the front door. Maybe some porch furniture, maybe some seasonal decorations, maybe a couple of, just small little potted trees on either side of the front door. Those kind of elements that are going to make it feel so inviting and just homey. Those are some of the things I want you to consider. So let's jump over now really quick to a couple of tips and maybe some examples. All right. So what are some things that you can do to enhance your front entrance? This is the focal point of the curb appeal. So again, we talked about maybe adding some potted plants. Consider a welcome mat. Consider some well-chosen outdoor lighting. In fact, maybe even walkway lighting. That is always lovely if somebody's coming like towards dusk or twilight hours. That's really nice. Another tip is a neatly manicured garden. Just a thought for you. Might be worth investing the time and the effort to, really get out there and make that landscape, that lawn look really green and lush. Make sure the trees and the bushes are all trimmed back. Again, planting some color flowers. We talked about this all before, but that really, really gives the impression that this house is well cared for. They've taken the time to maintain the front lawn, the front yard, the front exposure to everybody, the curb appeal. So probably they took a good, they took good effort on the interior of the house as well. All right, so let's talk about lighting. Lighting also really, really matters. Outdoor lighting not only enhances your security on the house, which potential buyers really appreciate that. It does contribute to the curb appeal. So there's some really, really inexpensive, especially go on Amazon or something like that. You can find some very energy efficient LED solar powered lighting. Consider lighting your walkways. Consider if you've got some really nice manicured, trimmed up trees that you maybe point some of those lights at that kind of as an accent in the evening and at night, really is going to make a big difference. So I know it's just might seem trivial, it might seem trite, but in a competitive real estate market, especially where the seller no longer has a huge advantage anymore, these are the little things that are going to set your property apart from the other ones that are your competition. So, as always, we are here to be your residential real estate resource. We want to answer all of your questions. If you're considering buying or selling a house, please give us a holler, let us know so that we can help advise you on that, get you in touch with the best realtor if it's not here in Arizona, or offer you a home valuation for free. So reach out, let us know what we can do to be of assistance to you. You can contact me direct at 480-415-1341. Thanks for watching this weekly video. We'll catch you on our next one.